What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. How's everybody doing today? Hey, guess what? We're in something a little bit different today. We're in my 2023 Gladiator Texas Trail, and it's fully set up for overlanding, and today we're doing the first overlanding trip. So excited to bring you guys along and test this out. And so what we'll do is we'll get on the road. It's about an hour and a half, 45-minute drive to our first camp spot, and we'll just do some overlanding and see how it goes. Interesting thing today is we have some questionable weather coming in. It's going to be some wind and some potential thunderstorms, hail possible because Texas, and so we will see how it goes. But excited to bring you guys along for the ride, and hope you enjoy this video. A little bit different than what we typically do, but I'll talk to you about the motorcycle content in the next couple videos. But we're gonna try to get some more content out for you guys. I know it's been quite a while. I've been working on really building this rig out, so more to come. Stay with me, and I promise it'll be some exciting content regardless. So stay tuned for the rest of this video, and we'll be right back with you.
I get lost inside my thoughts, and when I start to think, oh, the Tahoe closest starts to end up on the brink. I tried so hard, but all these scars, they cut so deep, I bleed.
All right, guys, so we made it to the campsite. I just stepped in a huge ant pile. That's awesome. Yay, camping. Here's the Jeep. It's a 2023 Jeep Gladiator Texas Trail, basically fully loaded. It's got the larger screen on the inside. It's got the 3.6, and there's the deployed rooftop tent. You probably saw some aerial shots of that, but I'm going to show you a little bit about the overlanding setup that we have here. And interestingly enough, I'll show you this. We got out here doing a little bit of a test run, and we're that little blue dot right there, and we have a massive line of storms coming in, so that should be interesting. It'll be a real test for the rooftop tent and everything. But there she is. She's a Nature Nest rooftop tent. I did do let's just talk about the modifications, I guess. So I did an alu-cab. This is the one with the windows on both sides, all aluminum frame, so really like that. I do have 3 roof rails. I was gonna just do 2, but I wanted the extra stability, so I got 3 roof rails you can see up there. On the Jeep, I did do a 4-inch ready lift with the Falcon shocks, the Falcon 3, I believe they are, shocks, the Black Rhino wheels, and Ridge Grappler, Nitto Ridge Grappler tires. So do a little bit of a shot on the inside of this tent before it rains. Basically, there's the inside of the tent. Nothing to write home about. Pretty good sized bed. But I do like when you deploy this tent, how it has the rain flies already deploy with it, which is pretty nice. And of course, James is here with me. You guys know James from the channel. He's actually right over there. We'll take a look at his truck in just a minute. We're gonna do a little walk through the Gladiator first. So I'm not gonna open the tailgate, but I'll open this to show you the inside for just a second. So it's a little bit of a mess because we have the rain coming, so I threw some stuff back here, but got a portable toilet. We got a couple of the Milwaukee pack outs. One has food, the other one has just camping gear. We have a table right here. It's a Goal Zero camping table. I've got I believe it's a 5-gallon propane right here, so you can do some cooking right on the tailgate. We have a UFI or UFO or something, I don't know, it's an Amazon special, 47 quart refrigerator there too. And then I've got the EcoFlow battery there, the EcoFlow Delta 2. And then I have an EcoFlow Delta 2 spare battery right there, which is nice. So I've got plenty of power to run the tent on the roof. And in addition to that, I've got a light there, another one there, and then one right here for some additional light back here when I open the doors or turn on the bed lights. On the sides, I've got fire extinguisher, extra fuel tank, and then over on the side, you probably can't see it, right back there is an axe, just in case you want to chop up some wood. But I did do the molly panels all the way around as well, so that's how I strap the pack outs. The pack outs actually stack on top of each other, and then I ratchet strap them to the molly panels, which works out great. So this is what I've been working on building for probably the last 4 months or so, while the weather's been tough for riding. We'll continue to get some additional content. And then I got the door, I guess you could just call these, like, I don't know, door steps, but basically you step on these to get to the roof. Here I did do a 170 watt EcoFlow solar panel, which has actually been really good. as I have an ant on my leg. Hold on. Yay camping. And then on this, it actually does get close to that 170 watts, which is very, very nice. Having it deployed, I've seen 165 watts. So just charging that battery in the bed. What I haven't thrown out here, because we haven't needed it, because obviously, you know, weather, I have an open road 270 awning as well. So we'll get that deployed in a future video so you can see that. What's nice about this this rack here, this system, is I can still take off the Freedom panels if I want to. And then for now, I did order another light bar, an interior light bar from Quadratech, but it came in damage, so I have to get that fixed. I'll show a video of that. And then I have the aux beam, huge 5-inch ditch lights here. So if I can get these off, you can kind of see them. So those look great. They have ambers in them and just standard lights, but you know, that being said, you know, I just wired them up together so you get the ambers and the regular lights together, so not a big deal. So I had to pause for a few minutes. The property proprietor came over and checked on us. There's not a lot of BLM land out here, so this property is gorgeous though. She has 30 acres. She did have 130 acres. Yeah, she had to sell some of it, but absolutely beautiful out here. But we're gonna pop over to James's overlanding setup. Got a lot of little gnats going, but he has the top oak hard shell tent, which is really, really nice. His is a little different. He has to put these little brackets in for the rain flies, but pretty simple. They just kind of pop in. He's got his light on in there. His opens differently though. You can see he's just got the standard, you know, bracket system, but it's super nice. I like this aluminum shell quite a bit. Easier to put on. He's got the half rack. It's a U-top rack?
Up top.
Up top. You want to talk about it?
Sure.
James is here, so obviously he can talk about his truck and what he's got.
First generation up top, mid-height truss rack. There's a newer version of this that has a slightly redesigned rail system, but this one's just fine for what we're looking for. So this is first gen, it's mid-height.
But you do have some traction boards, and he is actually using the traction boards. So if we go around here to get a little bit level for the tent, he actually used the traction boards right down there, as you can see. Not a ton done on the inside, really. He hasn't like built it out on the inside yet, but the nice thing about, you know, a truck bed is you can just throw, you know, anything back there that you want. It makes it easier to use for a daily driver than the giant Alu cab I have on mine right over there. But he did get this bed cover too to support, because it has the T-slots in it, which allows you to put the bed rack on, which is super nice. But this was actually fairly inexpensive. He looked online for quite a while to buy one of these, but found a new one for like 900 bucks.
That's a little more than that. This is the it's a Cinetic USA AR. They have a couple different levels.
There's a
yeah, the AR is the sort of, it's not the cheapest, it's the next one up. It allows you to lock the tailgate and not independently lock the cover. So I didn't want to have another set of keys. So the AR is the one that allows you to lock through the tailgate. And you can see my really high quality wiring job here, because my package was lost by the Amazons.
Hey, but it works.
Yeah.
And he does have the same solar setup as I do. So his a little different. Mine's permanently on my roof over there. He did his on top of the I guess the tent itself, the tent frame, which is kind of cool. So the aluminum tops versus mine, which is like a polycarbonate plastic. I don't know what.
Yeah,
polycarbonate. So it's not a soft top, but it's not a metal shell either, which is actually really, you know, weight-wise probably close to the same, but his is cool because you can actually put the rails on top of that. So the downside is, well, the good thing is he doesn't have to have anything over his panoramic roof on the front. It's all kind of built in here, but it is at quite an angle when the tent is deployed, so you're going to reduce some of the sun intake on the solar panel depending on time of day and how you're parked, etc. But the 170 watt is a super nice panel, the EcoFlow 170. Very nice.
See that high quality zip tie job too?
Yeah, we got a high quality. Can't be anything different on the Urban Moto channel. We got the Rough Country ditch lights on here. Nice little bracket system, goes pretty slick underneath the hood right there. Oh, digital diode is the bracket name if you have a Raptor, or I guess F-150.
Yeah, it's compatible with all that.
Yeah, so F-150 or a Raptor, then that's awesome. The downside is when you use these brackets and you have a ditch light like this and you open the hood, it does hit your stupid antenna. So you kind of have to take this off whenever you open your hood fully, which is kind of a pain in the butt. In addition, we did the beautiful Rough Country pod lights setup. So Pretty straightforward. Comes with the bracket, I think, and the lights for a pretty reasonable price, right? So these are ambers and white. This is inside James's tent. Obviously he has his light turned on for some ungodly reason to drain his battery. He has a nice little setup. He's got a little table over there. He's basically more set up than I am at this point. Okay. Maybe we can use a stick to like push that burn
Back
thing.
in the middle?
Yeah.
Notice he kept getting pushed to the side.
Yeah. So here we've got the food set up. Obviously we have the fridge over there. Working on organizing a bit, but we got the burgers. We got one burger cooking. We have to turn that up just a tad. Big ass burgers. And then we have our little Goal Zero table here that I showed you a little bit ago in the in the box. Look, the sun came out. Isn't that nice? We only had rain for about, what, about an hour, maybe? 45 minutes. So now the sun's out, so we're getting some recharge on the batteries, which is good. And we're cooking a burger. James said he would like a rare burger, so he gets one of those. Also, we're using this delicious Cajun seasoning. I don't know if you guys have ever used this before, but it's spicy Louisiana Cajun seasoning on burgers. It's absolutely delicious. And we've got our sharp cheddar and our buns. All right, we learned something. So this particular burner, the Kofi Yard, which is totally an Amazon knockoff of like one of those really expensive grills. The flame, when it's in an open wind, you can see there, it kind of blows off to the side. So we weren't getting any cooking while it was on the tailgate because it's now windy because of the storm that blew through. So we moved it to the inside of the Jeep and we are absolutely cooking now. You can see all the delicious juices and smoke coming off of that. So we are cooking now.
One eternity later.
All right, guys, welcome back. It's about 8 a.m. and first night was complete. And overall, on a rating of 1 to 10, I would give this about probably a 5, a solid 5. Would you agree with a 5?
Yeah, 5 works.
All right, James gives it a 5 too. Overall, the property was beautiful. Over there in that creek that goes over to the little stock pond. So many frogs. So loud. Also foxes and rustling in the bushes, and the humidity is real. So the humidity is probably the worst part of this. The tent itself, really good. There was some strong wind that came through last night. Didn't feel the tent or truck move at all, so that was really good. And, you know, overall there, not a bad experience. The tent, the mattress itself, a little firm, not too bad. I like a firm mattress. I used on the battery and the spare battery. We had no sun, obviously, last night. This morning, overcast, we had rain. Didn't really have sun since about 5 o'clock yesterday. I've used about 50% of the battery. That was charging phones. That was basically everything. Keeping the fridge running all night long. James, overall experience for the evening. What will you give it?
I think 5 is about right. I think the rigs did fine. I was surprised at how much battery drain I got for so little power. I used about 13% of my battery, and all I was running was a light for a little bit and a fan, and a battery powered fan, so it was just the charging the battery.
And his EcoFlow is chilling right there. You didn't strap that sucker down?
No, what am I going to strap it to?
I think we're just kind of tired. Got about 5 hours of sleep last night with the wind and the noises, just not really used to it. But hey, this is the first experience. This is the shakedown run for this this rig. Overall, I think we had some learnings. Gonna put those on the punch list and kind of go from there. But overall, I think not too bad, not too bad. But anyway, guys, hope you liked this video. If you did, do me a favor, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. It's free, helps me out a ton. And click that bell to get notified when more videos come out. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Later.